This snow-covered and absolutely filthy 2008 Honda Fit is about to look brand new, but before it can, I'm going to have to deal with a monumental mess inside this car. Years worth of dirt, dog hair, and cigarette ash have built up to the point that the owner couldn't take it anymore. She needs this car deep cleaned, and that's going to mean dealing with some pretty nasty surprises, but her reaction at the end will make it all worthwhile. Alright guys, well as I get started pressure washing this car and blasting all the snow and ice off of it, I wanted to just quickly remind you that if you need to stock up on any detailing supplies or find a perfect last minute gift for someone, then head over to detailgeekautocare.com because we've got you covered. Our huge Black Friday sale is on right now, so you can get our chemical bundle or the detailer starter kit at the best price of the entire year and even earn rewards points and free gifts while you do. Moving up to the front end, and I think seeing this should tell you that yes, it's officially winter here in Canada. We got nailed by a big storm last week, and for small cars like this, well, that meant plowing through deep snow just to get around town because the city here is an absolute joke and never plows the roads. But anyways, getting to blast snow off a vehicle is always fun and is exactly why I left the roof for last, because had I started with that, the water running down would have melted the rest of the snow on the car, and that would have meant less enjoyment for me, and hopefully you guys too. Now as I blast out these door jambs here, what you can't appreciate from the video is how bad this car smells. Years of cigarette smoke have seeped into every bit of the interior, so even just opening the door for a few seconds lets it all out. Needless to say, my respirator will be on tight today. Okay, as I finish up getting this and the rest of the floor mats cleaned up, you're going to see something you've never seen before in a few seconds. As I was ready to start on the interior, I started by removing the trim pieces covering all the seat bolts, then I bolted the seats, which was of course very easy to do. Problem was that the passenger's seatbelt was directly connected to the seat itself, which usually isn't an issue, as it just requires the removal of one Torx bolt, but Honda decided to make it impossible to disconnect the seatbelt from the seat. So after way too much time attempting to dismantle it, I resigned myself to the fact that it wasn't possible and just left the seat tethered to the car. That's the first time I have ever encountered such a poorly designed seatbelt system, and it definitely wasn't something I was expecting, as Honda usually makes pretty well designed and well built cars. Of course, seeing the mess inside this car, and particularly in the center console here, it was clear the whole thing had to be removed because cleaning it outside the car is going to be infinitely easier. Moving around with the vacuum now, and I have to say that so far, I am totally shocked. The carpet in here is absolutely terrible quality, as you can imagine from a more basic car like the Fit, but the shocking part is that Honda didn't use the Velcro-like stuff that almost every other manufacturer uses in their vehicles. They use some sort of material that doesn't really have a pile or fibers where the dirt could get trapped. It's more like a solid material, and as such, is making it incredibly easy to get all the dog hair, dirt, ash, and debris sucked up. This totally makes up for the extreme frustration I felt earlier when I couldn't disconnect that seatbelt, so kudos to Honda for making my life easy today. Of course, because I know you guys like to be grossed out, here's a little real-time footage of vacuuming out the driver's footwell area. Moving to the seats now, and as you can imagine, there was quite a bit of dog hair on the seats too, which because of the type of material Honda used, was incredibly hard to get removed. How easy dog hair is to remove is usually a function of the type of dog and the type of material it's stuck in, and even having used the Lily Brush in a few spots today, which is a great gift or stocking stuffer for pet owners by the way, and you can find that on my website. It was still quite a challenge to get all the hair removed from these seats today, though I did manage to do it. Now as I work on vacuuming off the dash here, I had already cleared things with the owner that I would remove all of these little bobble things as they're just held on with double-sided tape, but that I wasn't going to try to remove any tape left behind because she's going to put them right back up anyways. Starting on the driver's seat now, and like I mentioned earlier in the video, the car and everything inside of it reeks of cigarette smoke, so while you'd usually see me use my ozone machine to help improve the smell after the detail, in this case, because the car hasn't changed hands, there isn't any point in worrying too much about the smell. Not to mention, in order to completely eliminate it, you'd have to gut the entire interior to clean every single surface, and even then, it would probably still smell. Okay, well as I continue working on the carpets here, just like I suspected earlier, they're cleaning up really well, and it's not taking a whole lot of effort either. I'm not saying that I like this carpet or anything, because let's be clear, it's still incredibly cheap and thin, but from a cleanability standpoint, it's fantastic, and I honestly don't know why more manufacturers aren't using something like this in today's vehicles. Here's all the absolutely nasty water pulled out of the fit today. Gross. No, you don't need your glasses or to adjust your phone or TV settings. The blurriness here is my fault. Okay, well, not really my fault, it's my camera's fault, as for whatever reason it decided to focus on that thin strip of door on the right hand side of the frame, and I of course didn't catch it before I hit record, because I never thought it could be that dumb. Honestly, one of my biggest pet peeves in life is when technology does things like this or just plain doesn't work in the way that it's supposed to, though I will say that I should have caught it, so feel free to give me grief for it down in the comments. Starting on the center console now, that is incredibly dirty, and I actually had to grab my trusty flathead screwdriver to scrape out the gunk that was stuck in the rear cup holder, which after closer inspection appears to be a combination of dog hair, garbage, a chunk of something green, and of course a healthy amount of brown sludge that sure looks like straight tar. After tossing that in the garbage and sanitizing my screwdriver, I'll get some all-purpose cleaner diluted 4:1 sprayed on, and then hit everything with the steamer and large brush attachment, and then I'll use the smaller attachment to get into all the cup holders and get all the stuck on crud blasted out. Of course, if you guys are in the market for a steamer for cleaning your own car or even using it around the house, I've got the link to the one I use down in the description for you guys. Second last step now is to get all the glass cleaned with my glass cleaner and waffle weave towel, which if you didn't know will leave the glass perfectly streak free, and as an added bonus it won't leave any lint behind like regular microfiber towels will. They're on sale right now over at detailgeekautocare.com for a few more days, so make sure you pick up a couple bottles and towels, because once you see how well it works on your vehicle, you'll be using it all around the house too.
smokes.
Looks a little different than when you dropped it off, eh?
Wow.
Yeah. Take a look inside because that's where all the work was. So.
Oh, it looks like a completely different car.
Yeah. It's like
wow.
Close to brand new as I could get it. So.
Oh, and it smells so good in here too.
Excellent.
Oh, that's excellent.
Yeah. No, it turned out really, really well.
Wow. Well, thank you so much.
Oh, absolutely. It's my pleasure to do it. So.
Yeah, excellent. Great. Oh, I'm so happy. This has made my day.
Excellent.
Well, thanks again so much. This is awesome.
Yeah, it turned out really good.
Wow.
Really, really nice.
We've had this car since it was new.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure that it looked that good.
That's awesome. All right, guys. Well, a long and grueling 12 hours later, and despite my back being pretty sore, this Honda Fit turned out absolutely spectacular. And I have to say, I'm still pretty shocked at how easy it was to clean that carpet. Certainly don't see that every day, even though I wish I did, but yeah, take what you can get, so I enjoyed working on it today. And anyways, if you guys enjoyed this transformation, make sure you smash the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, and don't forget to check out the huge Black Friday sale over at detailgeekautocare.com. Enjoy the guitar outro, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.